Good morning, people of YouTube. I'm back. If you can hear that in the background, it's my dog feeding the Doge, King Monty. But in today's video, and you'll see this is actually going to be a string of videos. Basically this week, I'm going to do a day in my life Monday, a day in my life Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so on and so forth. And the point of this is going to be to show you kind of how routine based and kind of monotonous, I fucking hate that word sometimes because I feel like it's a bit like cringe. But yeah, how like monotonous bodybuilding can be, and just when you're, even if you're not doing bodybuilding but just chasing a goal or trying to further yourself of some sort and you're just being routine and diligent, your day-to-day life probably is going to look the same. So yeah, that's going to be the point of these videos. Is they're not supposed to be super exciting. I don't live a super exciting life. I do what I need to do, and I enjoy doing it. So to me, it's exciting because it's the excitement for the future, and I am excited for every day. But from the outside looking in, you probably think, mate, you might be getting fucking bored. But to me, I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So first thing first in the morning. Today is a Monday, obviously. So what I've done already is I've done my check-in with my coach, so I've taken pictures, sent it over to him, and then also any like notes on there. Spoiler alert, I look all right. I'm like over 6 months post-show now. I might put some photos up on the screen, but spoiler alert, there's not really much to talk about at this point. Sleep's good, digestion's good, training's fucking flying. Pretty much all you want from an off-season. So yeah, it'll be a pretty breezy check-in, to be honest with you. And then the next thing I do in the morning is I come down, feed the dog if it's just me, which it is, and then I'll make my drink, which is glutamine, creatine, hydration, and glutathione at the moment. But as we're coming into spring, summer, I'll probably take that out. And then I'll go on a walk for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, come back, make meal one, eat that, take my morning sups, and then get on with some work. Yeah, and I'll see you at meal one. Yes, people, join me at Schmeal One, breakfast. So I have 3 meal plans, if that makes sense. I have training day, non-training day, but then I have 2 training days. I have when I'm working, when I'm not working. Pardon me. When I'm working, Monday through Thursday, so that'll be that one, and then Friday, Saturday is the non-working training, and then rest day is the same on a Wednesday and a Sunday. But the only difference is I have chicken and rice post-workout on days that I'm working, cream of rice on days that I'm not, and then have a little bit more sourdough in the morning with my meal one, which I'll show you quickly if I can actually get it up without it tilting off the plate. 2 eggs, 100 grams smoked salmon, 175 sourdough, and then I've got some tomatoes and spinach to go with it. Now this normally, every day I get up at 6, and then I get up 20 minutes earlier on days that I'm working, apart from Monday because I don't work in the morning. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I get up at 5:40 and I'll go for a walk the same way I would, but just in my room on the treadmill because it's quicker. And then on days that I'm not working, I'll get outside and go for a walk because I prefer that, as long as it's not pissing it down. But for 2nd of March today, so weather is starting to get better. But yeah, you'll see like throughout the week, I get up at the same time, eat at the same time, go to bed at the same time. And that's pretty much the life of it. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this meal down me, sit and watch a YouTube video or something, iPad kid and that. The sups I take with my meal one are, give me 1 second. I put them in on a Sunday. I get them all set out here. So I've got AM and PM. So AM is literally some omega-3, multivit, vitamin C, and D3 and K2. And I'll take that with this meal. Reason for that is because some of them are fat soluble, meaning that you need to have some fat in you for them to actually be able to absorb into the body. So don't just wake up and take all your vitamins all at once. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'll do, and then I'll get on with some work after I walk Monty, the dog, after this meal. And yeah, I'm not working till 2:45, so I've got the gym to go to as well. Basically the way my job works is I work in a school. I don't work for the school, but I work in a school. So I do some in the morning. I do like 2 hours in the morning, and then I do like 3 hours in the afternoon. And then I have I do my coaching alongside that, but then also with that job in the school, I also do some of the admin stuff. So I do like office work at home. So I work from home / in a school, then also do my coaching as well. And then I guess you could also say this bodybuilding malarkey or bodybuilding malarkey is kind of like a second full-time job. So yeah, I'll see you whenever I decide to click record next. Yes, people, join me at pre-workout meal. Pretty much already made it. 115 grams cream of rice, 20 grams dark chocolate, 100 grams blueberries, some cinnamon and 40 grams whey, and then salt and low salt. Before this, I've sat down and done some work in between the meal. Also just gone on a 15-minute walk on the treadmill in the house, just to get more steps in pre-workout, but also just help with the digestion of the meal. And then I'll go upstairs, eat this, and then I'll go on like another 5-minute walk. I'll sit for like 10 minutes, go on a 5-minute walk, and then I'll go to the gym. The night before I prepped my intro, which is 30 grams carbs, or 30 gram carb powder. That is about 30 gram carb, and some creatine, and then I'll take that to the gym with me. I'll slam that about halfway through the session. And then my pre-workout and post-workout meal, I'll show you when I'm, my post-workout meal, I'll show you when I'm back, is just chicken, rice, broccoli. But basically the chicken's already cooked, the broccoli's already done. And the rice I did this morning, which again, last night I weighed out, and then just flicked it on in the morning, and then put it into 2 separate containers, one being the post-workout meal, the other one being for meal 5 later. So yeah, I'm gonna get this down me, sit for 10 minutes, go on a 5-minute walk, go to the gym. Today's upper, good session, good session in terms of enjoyability. Not that I don't enjoy any of my sessions, because I enjoy all my sessions, but yeah, super excited for it. So I'll see you whenever I decide to pick up the camera next. Yes, people, back from the gym. I'm gonna quickly show you. So post-workout, I'll have serving of hydration and some glycine, which I've been trying. And it's actually been quite nice having it post-workout. I find I get into a calm state a lot quicker. Then when I come back, I will prep my protein shake for work, because I can't eat a meal at work because I'm not there long enough to have a break, but also I'm looking after people. So I make the protein shake, and all I do is I use these pots and I just put the whey powder in there. And then when it comes to make it, when I'm doing my post-workout meal, I'll just pour it in there with some water and then put some salt and low salt in. Like I said earlier, I made the rice earlier, this is the post-workout meal, which is chicken, rice, broccoli, and then this is the rice for the last meal of the day. So I just put it in there and then I just heat it up later. I'm gonna whack this in the microwave real quick while I speak. So as you can see, you might not have heard, as you can see, I just set out my day to make everything as efficient as possible. I've got my salt weighed out here. I do this I say weighed out, it's not weighed out, I just eyeball it and it's pretty much the same amount each time. I use a salt dispenser. You can get these off Amazon. It's like 0.5 to 0.6 each time when you click it. It's like a pack of 12 for like £12. If you want to know where I got them from, again, Amazon, just message me on Instagram, Josh Dandy. I'll send you the link to the ones that I got. And then low salt, put this on also. It's about, my post-workout meal is like 1.5 salt, 1 gram low salt. Pre-workout meal is like 2 grams salt, 1 gram low salt, and then all my other meals are 1-to-1, so 1 gram salt, 1 gram low salt. With the post-workout meal, it's 120 rice raw weight, 150 chicken raw weight, some broccoli, and then 100 grams raspberries, and then I'll put some cinnamon over the top of that. And if I'm feeling it, maybe some sweet chili sauce, but I'm not sure if I am feeling it today. And yeah, and then I'll eat this and I'll get back to whatever I need to do and clients and work. And then I'll go for a quick walk on the treadmill, and then I'll get on with the rest of my day. But the rest of the prep stuff is going to be later when I'm making my last meal, which again, I've already cooked the beef mince, it's already prepped, and the rice is already prepped. So it's just a case of heating it up and cutting up some of the veg. And And then while it's heating up in the pan, I'll weigh out my rice for tomorrow and wash it, and then make sure it's all ready for me to come down tomorrow and flick it on straight away. Well, not straight away, I actually flick it on when I get back from work, but you get my point, it's set up. Other than that, not too much else to talk about. The upper session was good, progressed pretty much everything. Training is fucking flying at the moment, actually looking somewhat presentable. But yeah, you'll catch me probably at the next meal, which will be after work, so it'll be a lot later. But yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. Yes, YouTube back. So I've gone to work, come back, had my protein shake at work, which was meal 4. Now I've come in, I've walked the dog, fed the dog, then walked the dog, had a shower, I've done my steps for today, and then I've put my blue light blockers on, hashtag fuck blue light, hashtag I look like Gary Glitter, if I can even say that. I think he had something wrong with him, not quite sure. Anyway, what am I going to do now? I'm going to do what I do every night, and that's prep the rice for tomorrow. So same meal plan tomorrow as today, because it's training day and I'm also working. I do work in the mornings tomorrow. So 220 grams of rice going in, because it's 100 grams in the final meal of the day and 120 grams for the post-workout meal. As I said, I've already got the chicken prepped. I just got to put the broccoli in there to defrost overnight. The other thing I'll prep for tomorrow as well is my intra. So once I get this down to 220, because you know, if it's a gram over, you have to go down. Might be a little bit gay, but I have to do it. So I got that weighed out, and then I will do my intra for tomorrow, which is just 30 grams carb powder, some creatine, if I can find it here, and that will go in here. So I'll literally just put that in now. And then I did actually forget to show you, but I've also set up my morning drink for tomorrow in here, which I'll take upstairs with me, because basically what I'll do is in the morning is I have my, where is it? 1.5 litre bottle here. I'll fill it up like just where the split the B on the Buxton. So it's about like just over a litre. And then I'll put the hydration in it overnight, because that just saves me one less thing to do. And then in the morning, I don't know why I do this. I feel like I do it because I feel like you shouldn't mix creatine, glutamine and glutathione in the liquid in the water and then leave it overnight. I don't know, haven't researched it, just something I do. But I put that in there, and then in the morning I literally fucking wake up, brush my teeth, weigh myself, go for a piss, put my clothes on, and then my treadmill is literally right next to my bed. So I'll literally just whack that in there, bang, 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 put that in there, and then drink that, do 15 minutes of steps, and I'll come down and make the first meal. But you'll see that in Day in the Life #Tuesday video. But that just allows me to get a walk in before, and it just makes everything so efficient. Like I've literally, it's so fucking autistic, but I have literally planned everything out in my day to be as efficient as possible. And if I can save like 10 seconds somewhere, I will save 10 seconds. Like even if it comes down to how I park my car on the drive, I will park my car in a certain way just to make sure I can save time. And that is just, you know, that is just what I do. Like if I can be more efficient at something, then I will. So if you take anything from this, just find little parts of your day that feel inefficient and just make them more efficient. And the biggest tip I can give you is just compound things. You know, like for example, if you're being told to go on a morning walk, or you want to go on a morning walk, but you're thinking, oh, I've got to get up and I've got to drink, I've got to have a litre of fluid, then I've got to go on my walk. Why don't you just take the litre of fluid with you on the walk? You know, like for example, on my morning walk tomorrow on the treadmill, I'm not just going to just zombie it and just walk. I'll get back to client messages overnight. Once I've got through all of those, if I've got time left, I might plan out some content. I might get back to some emails. You know, I'll do something. I'm not just going to just walk on there. You know, I'm also drinking, but I'm going to be drinking and working and walking. I'm ticking off 3 things all at once instead of doing them one by one. So just compound your things going on. Hair's looking shit, don't mind it. Growing out a mullet, kind of looking shit. Bit gay as well. But yeah, just compound the things together and just remove the excuses. It's something I hate. It's just when people make excuses to why they can't do things instead of finding reasons. You know, like when I was working my old job at a leisure centre, I would literally like, if I was like lifeguarding, there'd be like different positions where you could sit on the chair or you could stand up and walk up and down. If I needed to get my steps in, like there was a few times I was dieting, and I had like, my step goal was like 15,000 steps. I was not sitting on that chair. I would just ask the other lifeguard to swap with me, and I would just go on the other position and I would just walk up and down. I'd be there for half an hour. You know, I could get like 2,000 to 3,000 steps in that half an hour. If I did that 2 or 3 times in the day, fucking Bob's your uncle, mate. Like the other things I'd do is like, I don't even know if I can really say this. Well, I can. Fucking hell, mate. I would hide my food in a cupboard because I was only allowed 1 break. I'd hide my food in a cupboard in a box, and then I would tell everyone I'm going to the toilet, and then I would just go and eat the food. Like there's always a way, you know. Like, and yeah, it's not legal if you want to say it like that. Like it's against the rules, but there's always a way, right? You know, there's always a way. So it just annoys me when people say that they don't have time or they just can't find it. You know, like I've had it with clients before where they say like, I don't have time to do the steps, or I don't have time to do this, that, and the other. And I'll get her to fill out on the Google Sheets that I have like a planner tab. And then I'll literally break it down for them. I'll be like, right, do 10-minute steps here, 15-minute steps here, steps here, steps here. And you know, before you know it, I'm like, right, that is, you've done your 7,000 steps for the day. And that's if you do that amount of walking, that 10-minute of walking, and you don't do anything else for the rest of the day. Like that. But obviously you're gonna walk around, you know, you're gonna walk around the office at work, you're gonna walk around the building site at work, you're gonna walk to the shops, you're gonna, you know, do a food shop, you're gonna take the kids to school, whatever it is that you're doing, you're gonna accumulate steps from that as well. So yeah, if you take anything away from it, plan, make everything as efficient as possible, and there's never an excuse. Be a person that finds a reason, be a person that finds a way, finds a reason to be able to do something instead of making an excuse as to why they can't. But I'm going to sign off the video now because I'm not going to show you my last meal because it's the same as the last meal in every single video, and you're probably going to see it in some of the other ones. But this has been a Monday for me. I'll be in bed by 8:40. I got up at 6. Tomorrow I'll be up at 5:40 and I'll be in bed at 8:40. And yeah, so I will see you in the morning, which will also be a new video.